Welcome to this episode of Sitecore in 300 Seconds Plus. My name is Rob Horton. I work as a solution engineer at Sitecore. In this episode, I'm going to provide deeper insights into how Sitecore plus Salesforce are better together and showcase how it works. If you're interested in a shorter overview, please watch my 300 Seconds episode. Today we're going to look at what are the technologies we require to power personalized cross-channel experiences for our customers. We're also going to see how we can make up our solution with best-of-breed platforms without adding complexity to the content and marketing processes and workflows. Making this possible are the connectors between the platforms, and we'll review what's available and the roles they play. As we all know, customers engage with our brand through many different touchpoints, channels, and devices, and rarely do they follow the same path. We need best-of-breed platforms to manage assets, content, campaigns, and customer data that each bring their own enterprise capabilities and that work together to make these consistent journeys possible. And this is where the combination of Sitecore and Salesforce come together to allow you to deliver that experience. Sitecore offers best-of-breed digital asset management, allowing the centralized management of all your digital assets for all channels and the end-to-end process and lifecycle management of them. Sitecore also brings enterprise content management, personalization, optimization, and a wealth of website behavioral data captured through its out-of-the-box analytics capability. If someone came to your website, chances are Salesforce Marketing Cloud played a role in that, driving personalized communications across email, mobile, social, and advertising. And finally, Salesforce CRM, which holds the complete view of the customer with all the relevant data fueling both online and offline experiences. Sitecore offers a range of connectors to seamlessly surface the best-of-breed capabilities of each platform in the Sitecore and Salesforce ecosystems across the entire suite. There are 4 off-the-shelf connectors to choose from depending on your needs and vision. The Marketing Cloud can be enriched with the profile data and segmentation based on the rich behavioral data captured in the Sitecore Experience platform. Marketers can also use Sitecore Experience platform's native marketing automation capability to listen for specific behavior and push contacts directly into a Marketing Cloud journey at a desired point in the campaign. In Marketing Cloud, content authors and marketers have access to the digital assets managed in Sitecore to insert directly into campaigns. Depending on your tech stack, these assets are either synchronized from Sitecore's Experience platform into the Content Builder, or users can browse directly from Sitecore's Content Hub DAM to select from existing channel-ready renditions or create one on the fly to meet the needs of any template or component without having to leave the Marketing Cloud UI. On the website, as visitors identify themselves, their profile, call, email, behavior, and task data is synchronized bidirectionally between Sitecore's Experience platform and Salesforce CRM. And finally, Community Cloud provides a connector to display content from Sitecore's Experience platform in community pages. Here we saw that the combination of Sitecore's Experience platform and Content Hub combined with Salesforce Marketing Cloud and CRM provide best-of-breed platforms covering customer touchpoints across web, email, mobile, social, advertising, and the frontline teams. Combining best-of-breed platforms means we don't have to compromise at any point in the customer journey, allowing us to drive maximum ROI out of any and every channel. And we can achieve this without adding complexity to the content and marketing users' processes. They have access to the data and assets they require to author highly personalized customer journeys in the context of the channel and campaign they're working on, driving workflow efficiencies. Today we're going to drill into the key functionalities of the Sitecore supported connectors, and the first of those allows us to manage assets centrally and use them everywhere. Here we'll look at how Sitecore's Content Hub provides content authors a centralized repository of digital assets for use across channels. We'll see how content authors can access the curated approved assets that they themselves have permission to use. and that these assets are available directly from their content authoring experience, whether they're creating web content in Sitecore's Experience platform or an email or other type of campaign in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Authors can select from channel-ready renditions of the asset or crop and resize on the fly to suit any component or template they're working with. We'll also see how when assets are uploaded, the updates are reflected across the channels. So let's step into the shoes of a content author and take a look at this in action. So here we are in Sitecore Content Hub. Content Hub sits between the back-end systems that store information about your brand's products and services and the engagement platforms that manage the various touchpoints with your customers, giving content authors and marketers a centralized place to manage content and assets. Today we're going to upload an asset that we're going to use across our web and email experiences. We can simply drag and drop the asset from our local folder to upload the asset. While Content Hub has approval workflows, today we're just going to quickly publish the asset directly into the DAM. Now, if we go into our main asset search page, we'll click on our asset to see its details. Content Hub can auto-create renditions of the asset to support our engagement channel requirements. Here we have one that's been created for our website hero banner. In the middle, we can see all the metadata attached to the asset, including AI-powered tags and descriptions and relations to other entities in Content Hub, such as brands, products, and campaigns. On the right, we have information about the file and any digital rights that have been applied. All of these can be used to help users both find assets and to limit the assets that they have access to. Now let's start making use of this asset in our channels. Now we're in Sitecore's Experience platform looking at an article page in the WYSIWYG Horizon editor. Let's select our hero banner and insert our image. We can browse directly from the Content Hub DAM for all the assets we have access to based on our user permissions in Content Hub. We can use a combination of the text search and facets to filter down the results to find exactly the asset we're looking for. When we select the asset, we're presented with any public links that are available, which can serve up different channel renditions of the asset. In our case, the website banner link has been created for us, so we'll select it to replace our placeholder image on the page. Now we're over in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud inside the email builder, where we can drag and drop our Content Hub component into the body of the email. As we drop the component, the sidebar opens, again giving us access to all our assets in the Content Hub DAM. This time we don't have a public link suitable for our email campaign template, so we can create one on the fly. We need a shorter banner style format, and our email template is based on a width of 580 pixels. So I can both crop and resize to get just the right rendition, then insert it into the email. Some time has passed now and we're back in Content Hub because our image wasn't approved by legal and required an update. Here we can upload a new version of the image and Content Hub is going to update all of our crops and public links for us. We even have a simple tool to check the difference between the versions. Now, if we have a look at our web page, we see the updated image. And if we preview our email to refresh it, we again see the latest version of our image. So here we saw how we can streamline the content authoring process by giving content and marketing users access to the assets that they require in the channels that require them. Because they're pulling from a curated and approved library of assets managed centrally outside of the channel engagement platforms, they are able to discover and reuse assets across campaigns and channels, getting the most out of the initial investment into creating or acquiring the assets. Users are only able to select from assets that they themselves have access to based on their user permissions, ensuring that the right assets can be used by the right teams and users. When they find what they need, they can select from time-saving, channel-ready renditions or simply and quickly create a rendition for their current need rather than having to download and manually manipulate the asset or engage with the design team. When updates were required to an asset, these can be made once and reflected everywhere. We no longer need to engage multiple channel teams to track down where an asset was used and then engage them again to update each of the placements in each channel, reducing effort and costs. Next, we're going to have a look at how we take the rich profile and behavioral data collected in Sitecore's Experience platform and extend its reach into the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. We'll see how we can easily create segments in Sitecore's Experience platform from hundreds of rules to boil down the visitor data into actionable audiences ready for use in Sitecore's Experience platform and Marketing Cloud. In Marketing Cloud, we'll see how we can use all this data to power enhanced targeting, personalization, and decisioning across campaigns and journeys. So now let's step into the shoes of our customer Izzy, who's browsing the website. Then we'll switch into the shoes of a marketer looking to tailor an experience for Izzy and others that share her interests. Izzy is on the Lighthouse Lifestyle site and is off to read some articles. The article on yoga fundamentals catches her attention and she clicks to read more. She enjoys the article and decides to subscribe to receive more information from Lighthouse. Using our demo sidebar, we can see some of the information that Sitecore is capturing about Izzy and saving into the Sitecore Experience database. We have her email address captured from the form, her GeoIP location and device information. From her on-site behavior, we've profiled Izzy, aligning her to our fitness fanatic persona in the health focus category. We've also tracked the goal of her completing the sign-up form and attributed 25 engagement value points to that action. Whether it be a continuation of her current visit or her coming back days or weeks later, we can use that information to personalize Izzy's experience on the site by surfacing more relevant content on the pages she visits. In this example, her alignment to the Fit Fanatic persona triggers fitness-based content in the home page carousel and promo. It's great that we can personalize her web interactions, but we also want to be able to continue the personalized journey across all the touch points we have with Izzy. So let's look at how we make this data available in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Stepping into the marketer's shoes now, we're in Sitecore's Experience platform where we can create segmented lists based on all the profile and behavioral data we've captured about customers like Izzy. Segmented lists are just one of the personalization and targeting tools in Sitecore and allow us to boil down the rich data into actionable and reusable audiences. Profiles with an email address in the Sitecore Experience database, along with their association to any lists, are synchronized into the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So let's have a look at how we can create a list here in the Experience platform, then utilize that data in Marketing Cloud. Here we can see all our existing lists. For example, the Signed Up for Personal Trainer list, which targets anyone achieving the associated goal. There are a number of options for creating lists, but today we'll focus on a segmented list, which references one or more dynamic segments to form an audience. We're going to create a list to target all our fitness fanatics like Izzy. So we'll give our list an appropriate name, then we'll create a segment to configure our targeting criteria. We'll give our segment a name, in this case the same as our list, then a rule block to house the individual rules we'll use to build our targeting. Sitecore has hundreds of plain English rules targeting behavior and profile data to build granular segments. Here we'll just be putting together a simple yet powerful segment based on a pattern match to fitness fanatic in the health focus profile. First, we'll navigate into our Lighthouse Lifestyle collection and select our health focus profile. We then need to select the specific pattern card or persona that we want to target in our segment, which in our case is the fitness fanatics. We can now save our segment criteria. We'll then save our list, and if we scroll down, we can see a list of the profiles matched by our segment, including Izzy. Now let's head over to Marketing Cloud and see some examples of how we can make use of the Sitecore data. We're now in the Data Designer in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, where we can visualize the core contacts and the attribute groups which extend that core profile with additional related data. The Sitecore data is represented as one of these attribute groups, and if we drill in, we can see the data that Sitecore is making available to Marketing Cloud. First is the core experience database profile record and its associated profile attributes, including the profile's engagement value score. Then we also get the audience membership and definition data extensions, which contain a list of all the Sitecore lists and which profiles exist in each of them. Over in the Content Builder, we have a more generic version of the email we looked at earlier. But now that we know what our audience is interested in based on their web behavior, we can make the content relevant right from the first communication, and we can do this with a dynamic content block. Currently, we have a default banner image configured, so let's go ahead and target something more relevant to Izzy and the other fitness fanatics. First, we create a new rule and we'll base it on our data extension. Here we can drill into the Sitecore folder and select the Fitness Fanatics data extension, which houses all the subscribers from the segment we created in Sitecore's Experience platform. Here we're just looking at membership, so we'll simply say where their contact key is not empty to select everyone. We'll then select the content we want to show to our fitness fanatics, and for that we'll select the Content Hub banner image we set up earlier. Lastly, we'll give our rule a more meaningful name, and now we can easily toggle between what our fitness fanatics will see versus the rest of the target audience. Though of course we can layer in additional rule sets based on Sitecore and/or other data stored in Marketing Cloud. Now that we've personalized our email campaign, let's head over to Journeybuilder to build out the overall communication flow for our new customers. Here in Journeybuilder, there are three key areas where we can leverage our Sitecore data. First is the targeting. Who should enter into this journey? To do this, we click on the Start stage and click Select Data Extension. Here we can browse the Sitecore data to select our audience. In the Journeys folder, we have access to the audience membership data, which allows us to target any of the granular lists we have created in Sitecore. But in this case, we're just going to select the XDB contact extension to target all our website contacts. Our second key area is controlling the path a contact takes through the journey. For our example, let's say we want to send different communications to someone depending on how engaged they are on the website. Those with higher engagement are close to converting, so we might want to utilize specific messaging or channels to give them the final nudge. Here we've dragged out the decision split stage and we'll configure path 1 to include our engaged audience and send the rest down the other path. In the Sitecore data, we have access to the engagement value score and will define that anyone with a score of 100 or more is engaged. Our communications in a journey are often all trying to drive a core action from the subscriber. Let's say in this example, it's to get them to book a session with a personal trainer. And this brings us to the third key area of when should we remove someone from a journey. Here we can define our exit criteria. We'll give it a name. Then we can use our audience definition data to exit anyone associated to the signed up for personal trainer list in Sitecore, so we're not continuing to push them toward a goal they've already converted on. Here we saw how by extending the reach of the rich profile and behavioral data collected by Sitecore's Experience platform, we streamlined the ability for Salesforce Marketing Cloud users to craft customer campaigns and journeys with enhanced targeting, personalization, and decisioning. Customers receive personalized communications at every touchpoint based on their interactions across the entire journey, leading to increased conversions and lower unsubscribe rates. Marketing Cloud isn't the only destination for Sitecore data. Data can also be synchronized bidirectionally with the Salesforce CRM. Here we'll see how the data collected in Sitecore can create a new contact in Salesforce, and any relevant updates made in CRM can flow back into Sitecore's experience platform. Stepping back into Izzy's shoes, she's ready to take the next step in the relationship and create an account. She enters some additional details along with a password and registers. Inside the authenticated portal, she can see some dynamic content showing her that she is currently at the bronze tier of the rewards program. She can also view and update her profile information, and in this case adds in her mobile number to complete her profile, and then ends her visit. Now, let's step into the role of a frontline team member and have a look at the data that's been made available in Salesforce CRM. Here in Salesforce CRM, we can search for Izzy and bring up her profile. In it, we can see her email address, name, and profile data we captured via the Sitecore forms. Down the bottom, we can see her member tier and her engagement value score. And on the right, we can see the goals Izzy has achieved on the site. Based on our interactions with Izzy, we can update her profile in CRM. In this case, her first name and membership tier. This data is then synchronized back to Sitecore's experience database, updating Izzy's profile. Now, when Izzy comes back to the site, she sees her updated details and can make further updates if needed. And when she navigates back to the overview page, she can see her new membership tier displayed. Here we've seen how we can capture a lead from the website and pass what we've learnt about them into the Salesforce CRM. This ensures there are no missed opportunities due to delays in the data being available for follow-up, or maybe not making it into CRM at all. Having the right data available at the right time allows the frontline staff to have a more meaningful conversation with the customer from the first conversation, and then continue that conversation back on the website. This cycle continues, ensuring whatever stage of the relationship the customer is in, they're receiving a consistent, personalized experience across channels. Thank you for watching this episode of Sitecore in 300 Seconds Plus. I hope this has given you insights into how Sitecore plus Salesforce are better together and the benefits they can bring your business.